Mhm. We worship you. Mhm. You are so good. Almighty God. Mhm. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Hey, Mawala, welcome. Hello. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening to the nightly. Welcome to the nightly exchange. Um, welcome. You can find us on YouTube. Mawala already knows, but let me just tell you. Find us on YouTube, and Facebook on Liberia Watch News. Yeah, please share the show. Share, like, comment. Yeah. So while I'm here waiting for the guys, you know, welcome, welcome, and sorry for the delay again. Bear with us, guys. We're getting there. We will. Welcome, everyone. So, yeah. Yeah. Welcome to the nightly exchange on Liberia Watch News. Welcome to the nightly exchange on Liberia Watch. You can find us on Liberia Watch News, on YouTube and Facebook. Um, Welcome. We are here again to talk about Liberia, our beloved country. You know, the good, bad, and the ugly. Like I said, everything about it. We need to talk about it to in order to fix it. So, we can't just pacify it and think that it's going to get better. It's all of our jobs to make it better, not just the government, all of us, citizens, government, everyone. We all have work to do because I think it's long overdue for our country to be better. And at this time, we all have to be on like steroids to get it better and not be all about self interest and selfish people. That's why we want every selfish person to be out of leadership. And we as human, we cannot detect it, right? We can't detect the heart, someone's heart, what their intentions are. Only God knows. So while we're doing the physical part, we have to do the spiritual part too, to be praying, and then do the physical part, include the talking and all of that, coming here to live in our, you know, daily activities, our children and stuff, because we're not getting paid for this. We're just doing it, and because we love Liberia. Some of us been out of Liberia for a while, and we think well, we went back and what we saw wasn't encouraging at all, and we think some of these things has to happen in order for it. So maybe that's why, because we never had it. People talking, citizens like myself, like George, like everybody else talking to make it better, and that's why it's still the way it is. So we are starting to do that. This is an independent platform. We call it every well-meaning Liberians from every political party come here, and even you're in this comment section, you're watching, just comments. Let's make it engaging, not to make it boring. And if you have something to say, if we said something here that is not right, that we got our facts a little twisted, comment in the comment section, or we can drop the link if you want to come up and talk about it, because it is all of our platforms. This community is it's all good vibes and good energy here. Sometimes it gets ugly. And when I say ugly, because we all have size, right? We're not doing journalism 101 here. We all have our own size to should I say defend or criticize or whatever it is, right? So we are not journalists. We're here. We are talking toms. We are here to do talking, and we don't also. Oh, this is not how journalists talk. We are not journalists. We all have our sides, and we are all Liberians, and we expect you to come on here too and do the same. So yeah, that's why we're here every night, because we love Liberia. Liberia is our home, regardless of where we are in the world. There's no place like home. You will always, even with all the bad that goes on there, we all sit and feel bad about it. We don't feel good about it. We still have families there. We want to go back home. Some of us want to go back home. Some older people want to go back home now. Some of us want to go back home without us being old. I want to go there and live there and make my business and have good electricity, have good health care, have good security. That's what I want. Good roads and stuff like that. I want to live the life that I live here. My children go there to live there. I don't want my children to go there and be like rushing to come back over here. No, because Liberia is a beautiful country and it's a peaceful place where all the hard time when you leave here, you go there, you just have that pressure, fresh air, So we wanted to do better. But that being said, tonight, I got my brother George in the back. Let me bring him on so we can start up the conversation. Hey, George. Welcome to...
Thank you, Amy.
Yeah, I was just giving the whole rundown to the people.
Yeah, I'm listening to you. Thank you for keeping it up. Look, it's wonderful to be here. Like you've been saying, we have to come up here to do the physical part of the weightlifting to tell people, how we think, how we feel, how we think this government is treading. Because for me, we all have sides, and here I've already made it known I'm not a coward. I would never stay away or shy away from telling people who are supporting this thing. I know that.
Right.
President Bwakai's administration is an interruption into the CDC, 12 years. Like when you're going, they say, like so going to Maryland, then we reach to maybe Ganta, and the car break down and you're sleep at a high looking. But CDC will still continue from there to reach to Maryland, and we'll reach that.
Like Ganta.
Yeah, yeah, it's like Ganta interruption. Yeah,
yeah, so you have to get up and continue the journey.
Yeah, you gotta continue the journey. The
thing
is,
now you go back. So now you go back, and that's what we're trying to make CDC to do. Go back. When that journey is not happening.
The thing is, and the good thing is that President Bwakai, it was coming to the end of his active political life. So if he had not become a president, everybody like Bronskin were all going to sit here and be thinking that maybe Bwakai was going to make Liberia heaven. That he said you were going to bring NGOs, and up to this time there's no NGO, because we told the people that was a lie as well. Now people are getting to wake up to the reality that President Bwakai, in fact, was not the Messiah he thought he was, or that he made the people to believe that he was. So we are here to to elaborate on the happenings in Liberia and make sure that we dissect the lies that were told from the beginning and the lies that are still being told by this government. Thank you, Evan.
Yeah. Look at Afro here. Arsenal. What is that? Arsenal mean? Oh, the jersey on George. Okay, now I see.
Yeah.
You're in your side.
Is it a Fiji Arsenal? Fiji Arsenal business.
The way you guys promote, the way y'all promote European, club teams. If you're promoting the country mean like that would be a good thing. Yes, you do that.
Yeah, we do promote the. Even I got my jersey here that for the country that I support Maryland, because that's what I grew up. Everything about me is Maryland, even though my mom is from Grand Crew and my father is from Lofa, but because I grew up in Maryland, I
You
support
grew with
Maryland.
mommy, of course. Mommy always
Yeah,
she did all the hard work. She carried the
yeah,
trophy. What are you talking about? Daddy don't
So
get none of
yeah,
that.
so yeah, I support Maryland. So it is what it is, and we'll continue to support our counties, But like we all know, even all African players, if they don't play in European League, that means they didn't play football.
That's
That's the
true.
thing, and we have to follow that. The reality of the matter. We cannot,
No, but I understand what you're saying, George. But back in the days, like people would be
mhm,
talking about, oh, IE,
mhm.
Barrow. I don't know what those moments looks like, right?
Yeah,
I wasn't there to see it or whatever. But now that we're grown, we want to see some IE and Barrow movement too in Liberia. So
exactly,
the
exactly.
country meet might be something good. And if George Weah, king of soccer of the continent, was gonna put attention to that, I mean, we're gonna pay like if that was gonna be the only legacy of George Weah in his first term, man, he was still gonna have something good from some of us because that's what he knows. That's his area. He's King George of the football. Like we'll call it Africa football. My son can say, "Don't say football, that's soccer." But
Soccer, yeah.
he
In
play
America, they call
football.
it soccer.
He play
Yeah.
American football. Every time I see, he can say, "Mommy, that's not football." I said,
That's not
and he
football.
and I'll be
Yeah.
going back and forth, right? I said, EJ, you use your feet to play for the 90 minutes. Your foot
Yeah.
is being used for
It's
90
the one,
minutes.
yeah. But now that
That
means you're
is
kicking.
football. And the one you
hmm
talking about football, you hugging
It
it
should
and
be
running all
handball,
day. What
yeah,
are
and
you
running
using?
around,
That
throwing
is
it.
not
So it'll be
football.
throw
The
ball or
only time you
something.
use your leg is when you doing a goal. So no, I would choose the other one that you use for 90 minutes. Your leg, that's football
Yeah,
right there. Because I said when your
exactly.
hands touch it, that's a penalty, right, George?
Yeah,
Oh, thank God, I can be lying to my son. Yeah, I
yeah.
told him
It's a
that's
penalty.
you can't your hand can't touch it. So there's no way you
hmm
can call that something else than football. But anyway, like I was saying, if George BS was gonna pay attention to this, like the last time I can do, pay attention to them sports and give them that big boost. Yeah, George BS had his God-given talent. He was born with it. But if you have a talent like the country meets, kids that play in the country meets and stuff, or guys that play in the country meets, they can get all the talents in the world, which they do. But if there's no support, there's no sponsorship. What are they doing? They're just wasting that talent right in Liberia. There, nothing happening to it. So you know, maybe the car was going to a Grand Crew. The player is stopping Ganta. It was the best for somebody else to come on there to
I,
do.
I, dis- I disagree.
Of course you will. We can talk about that. But that's what
hmm
I believe. He should have paid more attention to soccer. And George Weah don't have to be intimidated by somebody. There are a lot of George Weah, in Liberia. And he was not the only professional that came from Liberia. He was just the biggest name that came from there. And that glory, the grace is on him. Nobody can take it from him. But he had the likes of James Deba, there are other people that they came from out of there. You have a lot of those people are still in Liberia from grassroots. And I listened to Deba one time. He said, "You ain't that guy knows a lot about football." And I think he want to do something because he's talking about you have to like decentralize recruiting. You have to go in areas and recruit, counties and stuff. There are talents, young talents, wasted there.
That's what
Why
it.
didn't
That's
you
what
get
it.
them
That,
there?
that's what the content meet is supposed to do. And I think if you can bear me witness, under the Weah administration, the county meet came to the highest pinnacle of soccer in Liberia. That was the time that people cheered, even they made it political, and it was a really really watched. It was the most watched soccer tournament in the whole of Liberia. And while people will have their opinions about who what George we are supposed to do with his life, or why he's supposed to
No,
take
not
the
what he's
country
supposed to
money,
do
and
is like we
what
give him our country. What he's
why
supposed to
he's,
do with the
no why
country.
he's supposed to focus on as president. Look, and that's what that's the problem I have with people. When you become a president, you don't become a president for footballers. You become a president for all Liberians, and you have to meet the needs of all Liberians on all these
You
competing
do.
priorities.
Mm-hmm.
All these competing priorities, you have to. The day of Doe, you cannot compare to the day of Ellen, neither to George Weah. The day of Doe, we were settled. We have Peace Cross in Liberia teaching people free. You have all these things happening. You have good companies. You had the companies that were in Lamco were there. All these people were there. They were doing their job. They were employing Liberians, and all he needed to do is to govern.
What does that have
But
to
now,
do with football?
no, that's what I'm trying to tell you. That's why he had the opportunity to go. Though he used to play football, even when every time he used to go play football. But this time, when we used to see Joe, we are going to be, oh, you said that for him to be doing something for the country, he go play football. That's what we used to say. The same hypocritical thinking that what people have. If you focus on football again, oh, but I want to football, man, focus on. Hell yeah, we're hungry, no food, the economy bad, but in focusing on football, because in football, man, when you can just go play football, that's what they'll be saying. So, President, we are trying to balance the whole thing. He focused on football, he focused on economy, he focused on infrastructure. And you can see what he's done in all the places.
See, they're not focused on football. Let's not lie to our people.
No, I'm not saying that he will focus the whole time on football, but he invested enough time in football. If the boy play for the national
team, FIFA banned Liberia, the fee.
No, that was the stadium. They banned the stadium. They banned the stadium.
People playing there. Enough focus still. I mean, what are you talking about? Who's supposed to know best about FIFA rules, laws? Rules and regulation in Georgia. I mean, nobody tells you a banner, everything else. And it's funny that you're saying that because you always come in and tell us that President Bouaga is not doing it. He's supposed to be doing that. Your guy in the street yesterday telling us what President Bouaga should do, what he should pay attention to. You're here now telling us the king of football of Africa. We're telling him that his country, football, the kids in his country, they have no academy, have no soccer academy, that is helping them out of there to take them abroad for them to better their careers and stuff and have opportunities like his fellow players for other countries that he played with. Then you telling us that no, we want to tell Joshua how to do that, and this is how he can do that. But you're here every time telling us what President Bouaga should do, what he shouldn't do. So that's very, I don't know. I don't know, George. I'm confused.
Look, exactly, Amy. You need a lot of players that came out of Liberia. Were there a soccer economy in Liberia when those people came up?
Well, it's a different day now.
No. That's what the problem is. There are different times in people's lives. And in the situation that exists in Liberia.
Back then.
You're talking, I waited.
No, I just want to ask you a question, then you continue. Back then, right? What the modern days or whatever normal day they call it. Back then, what would they have? Any internet that could showcase people talent? What would they have? All of these things. A president focused on sports and reached George Weah, James Ziba, and all of them to the heights that they are now. To the place where we all know George Weah, our people took the country and put it in him because they said he was a good football player. But today, where everything is out there, you telling me that the president don't need to focus on football? That is because it's a different day.
What is Bouaga focusing on?
No, we're not talking about Bouaga right now. Let's talk about George Weah.
No. Because we are talking about the presidency. If you are president, that's what I'm telling you. You get everywhere to focus on. You cannot focus on one thing because of where you come from.
Nobody telling you to focus on one thing. You're not getting my argument. That's not what I said.
Okay, go ahead again. I will listen.
No, I just wanted you to get that straight. Go ahead.
Okay. The thing is, President Weah became president and he did what he felt was the best for Liberia. To build infrastructure for this country. This country has lacked infrastructure. And today, we can be happy to say we boast of 2 good equipped hospitals in Liberia that can build. Because you have to be a healthy nation before you play football. Women have to give birth to the babies that will come out and play the football. If they die while they are infant, they will not play that football. So he started from there to build hospitals, to make sure that our people go. And then when you finish building a hospital again, you say, okay, I got to build an amusement park where kids can go and play football and play any sport, because we are not only going to focus on football. So at the Invisible Park, we also get basketball court, volleyball court, then swimming again, so that we can't only be limited to football, because we cannot say because we are came from Liberia, so all the Liberian people who only play football, there will be people who will play good basketballs. And I know people who play good basketball, even though they did not reach that top, because basketball, if you play in America, then you play basketball. But I know some Liberians who used to play basketball. So he did all these things to make sure that every sector of sporting was engaged. He made all that possible. Then he came. If you say he didn't build academy, so So if he say he did not build an academy so that the bar he did, sorry for that. But guess what? FIFA used to play football in Liberia until George Weah came. When they came, they changed the rule. They said they didn't want certain things to have to be in the stadium. There should be certain standard in every stadium. And even the banned Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone used to come to us to play football on our stadium because they banned their stadium. They banned a lot of stadiums around the world until those stadiums could be fixed to meet that criteria that they have set. Because things had advanced now. They want to have flush toilet. They want to have hand washing place. They want to have a clinic on there that is well equipped to the center. And they want bucket seat in every stadium. They're not for people to go and sit down on cement block again to go sit down and watch football. They didn't want that. So FIFA said to comment. So guess what? When they ban us, George Weah said, okay, you ban us. Okay, we'll go back and fix it. He fixed it, Amy. He did it. He fixed it. They came, they assessed the place and said, take. It was not in our national budget to say we'll come in face stadium. You saw any line, But let me finish now.
You get land. You got to eat land. Because all that time was like
there was no budget line we had to say, okay, the budget line is to focus on SKD, to build SKD, because it came in the middle of the financial year when the people banned us. So we had to scramble to make sure that we found money to fix that stadium. I thought you were going to be able to say, look, even though we had issues, but we're the first country in West Africa who were banned and then came back and then met the criteria. Sierra Leone did not meet the criteria until almost to the end of 2023 before they met the criteria to play football in their home. So they used to come to our home to SKD to play as their home games because FIFA said, "Yeah, we'll not use that stadium," even though that's the stadium they've been using throughout. But because the criteria had changed, they improved their standards. They want every stadium to be improved to that level. So if you say they ban also that job, we did well. What do you mean? The stadium was built, FIFA should use it. You guys need to stop that. Yeah, thank you.
First of all, I did not say because FIFA banned the stadium, so that's why George Weah did not do well. And first of all, you don't talk about hospital. If you don't have those hospital equipped with drugs, with equipment, modern day equipment that people in your country will have places. Even if George Weah
have you gone to the hospital? Have you gone to the hospital? 14 medical hospital. Have you gone to 14 medical hospital?
For you.
Yeah, no, but you need to be accurate in your disposition.
So, right? Those hospitals were so good that y'all let to lie to people to think that just they're so good with healthcare. When you go, no, you gotta come back. I want to be looking at you. I was looking in your face. You were lying straight in my face. So let me be looking at you when I'm checking you. No, bring it back. If the hospital was so good, a formula that they try to make it seem to people that we did so well, and his family would have been going to the hospital right in Liberia. They won't have to. Why would the president do so well with healthcare? Then he's leaving the country to go out for healthcare. What does that make any sense to you? Because
when did you see we are going out of the country to do healthcare? When did you see we are going there?
Judge me yourself.
Because a building standing up somewhere doesn't mean that something good happening there. No, that wasn't a healthcare. That wasn't nothing that we are there for Liberian people to be proud of, or for you to come in and tell the people, say, George Weah did well with hospital. George Weah had building and standing there with nothing in it. George Weah had even JFK over there. Nothing. Y'all get the old teeth. Then I came out yesterday talking about the JFK no better. They left no better, but they won't bear 50,000 better in 1 year time. That is not real. So don't come here and come tell us because we are not something there. So no, we should have focused on football. We don't want anybody else to come out of Liberia to be great like we are, and he cannot stop anybody shine. He's not God. Maybe he can stop Vasco Sunshine because Vasco has already declared that over his child, but he's not God to stop anything. He got to that height because it was a president that helped him to get there that was serious about sports. And he been from that background, George. That's what the argument is. He been from that background. He should have made that one of his legacy. That's what I'm talking about. So don't tell us, because we had something, because we had the team on something, they still on something, so we did not do well. No, he flung in a lot of places, but in sports, no, I did not expect that from him. That's the point you're missing. You're trying to twist my argument around. Go ahead.
Can I come back before you come in? Okay, go ahead.
That from something. from the people that phone.
Well, Josh, you can go ahead and finish up because I want to give you a package.
Thank you. Look, the thing is
Just
that
again.
no people can come here and want to criticize and criticize and criticize. The current government, they were in power after 1 year. The first lady was ill. They took her to Ghana for hospital.
Mhm.
And then you come on here, the people you supported, the president of the country, you said no medicine in hospital. That what we are flunk. They have been there for
Are
1
you
year.
listening to
The
my
wife-
argument?
the first lady is sick. The
Oh
first
my
lady
God.
is sick. They took her to Ghana to go to hospital.
Yeah,
The
because
first,
the
after
system is
1 year
fucked.
being in power, the system, you said you can build a building and then no medicine there. To bring medicine,
No
I gotta go and buy the
equipment.
medicine and bring
No
it. What
equipment.
equipment?
No
You've gone there
medicine.
before? You've gone there before?
It's not being used,
Putting
George.
medicine in
I don't
hospital.
have to go
You've
there.
gone there before?
It's
No,
not being
because
used.
people that gone there, the pictures that came from there show you that the equipments are there. The equipments are there. So if when the equipment are there in 1 year, you're not able to buy equipment and put it in hospital when the person already built a hospital. You're not able to buy thing and put it there. You send your wife to Ghana to go to hospital, the first lady, and then you come here and say, we are from because we are there. When you say you went out of the country, I never heard of we are going to take medical treatment overseas. Since you were president, I never heard that from we are. I never
Thank you,
heard it. They
George.
say, oh, the president left the country, he's going to hospital. I never heard that.
Because it was
thing I
never
heard, they say you
announced,
want,
George.
they say you want to visit, you want to see some play football. Now, what you people used to say. But let me tell you, President Weah did his best under the circumstances that existed. And any day you give me Bwaka and Weah, I would choose Weah any day. So you can
Of
go ahead
course.
and say whatever you want to say. It's your business. But what I would say is that President Weah built infrastructure for that country than any other president that I know of.
Okay, George.
He
Thank you.
did extremely well. So thank you.
Okay. Thank you. But if the hospital were equipped like you told her it was, the first they were going to go there. Go ahead, from there. You 1 year all the facility damage.
You know,
Yeah.
it is
Are you damaged?
it is shameful.
You don't want telling us that.
It is disgraceful for my good friend and brother Josh to sit on the show and spew the argument like a Vasco Sumo.
Let's play in the
And
comment.
that's a complete contradiction, you know. I don't know whether that Josh face in a Vasco voice or Vasco brain he using. Sorry for the expression, but I think you guys got to go for that. And you know, I know two face up something so they can do that plastic surgery so they can change the face. But technically, let me use this time to say that President Weah built a hospital. But the hospital, as I speak to you now, the one in Bapado County, when he left office, was not fully functional. Come back, my man.
I don't know why you can be running away.
Don't be escaping. We are not saying that President Weah did not do some good things in Liberia. He did some good stuff. There were some good things he did. But when fast checking were done, and from testimonial from the party chairman, the recordings are out there. Every librarian, in fact, we asked every librarian to download that recording and put it in a packet for 7 years. It is now a working 7 years for Liberians. When the chairman of the institution was reminding the Liberian people of the evil deeds of the president that was concocted by the man that people said that he has love for his people. When it was said on live recordings that this president was
The Morba
sleeping
Mori,
with
you said
our,
a liar. Now, when it comes to Weah, you believe him.
wait a
Everything he says
minute
is
No,
now.
can you mute George?
Yesterday,
Let's
you're
not
saying
do
he
this.
lied
It's
and he
so
saw
long to talk about and you
you're
want to
saying
be
he
so
lied
noisy.
and he
You're
saw
so noisy.
Obama. You're saying he's a liar. But when
Let
it comes
me
to
save her,
Joe,
Josh. Let me save her. Let me save her. You know, we can
Stop bringing
we
your
can
emotion to the stuff. There's
we
not
can
nothing listening to you,
disagree
right?
to
So,
agree. When you were
right.
talking, I listened to you, and I even gave you my time to talk, to respond. So, do that same to me, do unto other, my brother. This is why we are here. You told your own, I told my
Exercise
own.
emotion.
I've told you over and over that particular part that you guys always want to shade and cover up the bad deeds of President Weah. You know that I come into outline things, so you're trying to take me out of track. But I will still go ahead and say what I was saying. The chairman of the political party said in the live recordings that is in every Liberian phone today, even seditions. In that recording, he let the Liberian people to know that the president had a whole scheme, sleeping with our women, our mothers, our sisters, our nieces, for jobs. I did not say that. It was the most powerful man in your political institution, according to the hierarchical order of the CDC. The doctrine of CDC says the chairman is the most powerful man because he presides over what kind of tripartite session, some kind of session he presides over. This same man said that President Weah, who go out of the country, he's a popular man. We recognize that he's a celebrity. He make a mark. The entire continent of Africa in the land of soccer. Nobody ever reached the height that he reached. And so we always gave him that flower. And he has so many friends. There were people, in fact, there are still people in Europe where he played and won those accolades who heard about him, but they have never seen him. And who wishing to see him to get an autograph and even get a picture with him. When President Weah arrived on airports in Europe, especially countries where he played, people wait at the airport to take pictures and for him to sign autograph. We're not going to take that for him. But the chairman said while he was out there as the president of the republic, that when Liberia was considered as the fourth poorest country, he went out there, he will lobby, and he come back to the country and divert funds, all the funds to his account, and he said he the one went after no funds. I did not say that. So said Chairman Molu. And in the end, what did we get from President Weah? Was this investigated? Anybody took that serious? The Liberian people were angry. But what did they say in response? That was liquor talk. So now we can deduce that there are too many people in the CDC hierarchy that are drunkards, that are alcoholic, that drink liquor and misbehave or say things out of the way. President Weah built the Emory Hospital through a grant from the United Arab Emirates. It was not his administration. It was their project. But it was under his administration it was built, the Weah's project. Was the hospital fully functional upon him leaving office? No. Not a single patient was treated in that building because the building was just a frame. It never had all of the diagnostic equipment. It never even had those trained health practitioners. It was just recently when this guy was asked to be moved from Nima County and they wanted to transfer him to Bapolu. And before the issue about his credential came out, and then he brought the Huru Balu and he went into Haiti. It was then that we managed to know that they were just about to set up a medical team that would take over and start and make that hospital and functional and open it up so people can start going there for small consultation. But you and I know that the hospital system in Liberia had never been a priority for many of our politicians. It is not only politicians, but I'll be shocked. You're talking about President Weah never gone out for treatment. That means President Weah is
The
immortal.
vampire.
President Weah never got sick in 6 years of he being president. And President Weah, as a celebrity and the most popular president, as citizen clean, will be sick and admitted to hospital in Liberia. He will not be on Facebook. He will not be trending all over in the news. But we know that Samuel Tuah went to Turkey for his discoloration. They helped him to face his face, but he couldn't face.
And when he had
You
an
know that?
accident,
Yeah, quote unquote accident. Who told you that was an accident? And you know, we heard that story. And Samuel Tuah left. Miguel too went. When Miguel had a mass stroke, you see today Miguel, you now look at Miguel facial expression. See a muff, you see a muff a lamp. Look at Miguel face. Man, suffer from mass stroke. They didn't go to the hospital in Liberia. No. Miguel went out of the country. He still alone there. And in the end, you saw thousands of citizens arrive at the airport to receive Miguel when he came back. Then you're talking about who told you that those politicians who in Liberia, whom people claim that they had love for the country. Look, I'm not saying that President Weah did not do some good stuff in Liberia. There were more things that President Weah who have done, especially the place where he played and he gave all his accolades. If Liberia, who have qualified at least for the African Cup of Nations, if Liberia, who have who have increased in rank in the FIFA ranking during the presidency based on the support to sport, then we were going to say, oh, President Weah did some stuff. But what exactly President Weah did now in that particular thing that he coming for George now? If you're not an Arsenal brother now, I'll come to categorize you and to be a Buccaneer and I other things.
So let me come in quickly because you guys are two and just one. Let me just come in.
No, we're not two.
No, don't come here with that argument.
Okay. Minister of Information, Culture, Affairs, and Tourism. So listen now. If we want,
don't come here with that.
Wait a minute. Wait, we'll do it one at a time.
So you muted me? When you finish, I want to say something in meeting.
No, we'll do it one at a time. One at a time. Let's respect each other. Judge, you want to be on the show? Let's tell us
it's just a little bit, something for you to keep going.
We organize here. We're not coming to tell the people that we are disorganized. When somebody
but you can't be talking. You talking, she talking. I'm talking, then you mute me.
No, I'm telling you, I'm calling your attention.
Okay, bye.
All right, no problem, man. You can go.
What is childishness? Yeah, stop, man.
You want to discuss issue? We have to discuss issue with tolerance. You elderly men like you, then I don't know what kind of man so. You're not able to control yourself for 1 minute. They say one at a time. When I talk, go back to the host will usher you in. You know simple thing. George, if you want to come back, you'll come back. Nobody here for that thing. Let me go ahead.
No, but this is supposed to be some professional platform with grown-ups. It's a little embarrassing for people to be every little thing people in their feelings that's not called for. You wait, you talk, and when somebody said wait, just wait and hear what they gotta say and continue talking. Not something to just be turning thing off and just turning it back on with temper tantrum. That's not cool at all. But anyways, let's transition because this was just a opening something that turned into something and people getting feelings over it. It's not good for the viewers. It's disrespectful to them, and I think we should stop.
Yeah, we can't do that.
We all grown here. It's nothing for people to be throwing tantrum that we not yet.
I told you already that when somebody talk, you give your friend chance. In fact, said the moderator will usher you in. That's the protocol. That is sporadic talking. You get sit and you won't be reading from where. Wait for your time. When your time comes, you can read.
So let's move on. Today we want to today the Justice Minister congratulated the IG and the Joint Security for their job well done. Concerning the protests, the CDC protest yesterday. So where's there something here? Like saying all of the things that we already said here yesterday. I don't want us to spend too much time on that, but just to point that out, it's a kudos to Gregory Coleman. foreheads. Where's my stuff? Hold on. I'm trying to find something here, and I made me to get off my game. One, yeah, here we go. So,
Josh King in my inbox and send me the message. Yo. Can't show my man. I can't go. My own man, what boy? He sent me message. I've finished seeing the message.
Yeah, Josh, come back on the show. Let's stop with the 10 drop thing. It's not correct. Come back on the show. Let's talk. This is the Everybody's show. We just need to, we have people listening to us. We can't be something that we into that market or rate that market. It doesn't look good. And when someone said wait, it's nothing to have tantrum over. Let's do it with from that. I think I sent you the communication today, right? Or write up whatever it is today. I didn't send it to you because here when I'm looking for it, I can't find it.
I didn't see that, but it's welcoming.
Yeah, he said. Let me see. I think I sent it to read a little part of it. He said, without any doubt, the Minister of Justice and Attorney General of the Republic of Liberia, Colonel Councilor Oscar Swear. I thought I'll cry anyway. Twer, the Inspector General, it wasn't the narrative general. Astor Twer of the Liberia National. Man, this one is all over the place. So let me try to figure out what this person is trying to write here, because when they're writing again, let's go to where the Inspector General. Joint Security of Liberia. Let's see that. Okay, so the Colonel Gregor Coleman, in the Joint Security of Liberia, exhibited a high degree of professionalism that.
Josh, come on the show. Don't stop sending me message that I should retract my statement. Come on the show, my man.
Okay, so you enjoy the back. You disturbing my room.
Sorry.
Your back, yeah.
If you basically get to us, say and start behaving, get a invest.
I mean, I'm cooking.
All right, I ain't supposed to say, but don't be jumping up and down looking at somebody.
I won't be disturbing your show because two of y'all want all the same thing. Y'all think we here to praise Bwakai. That all your thing I gotta do.
Hey, my man,
guess what? The reason why I'm pissed off is because the hospital was built by the Emiratis. Guess what? And they furnished it. So for you to come on here and say, nothing inside. It was
all the pictures you sent me over there, all the mattresses that you saw mattresses over there.
You see the bed and you see
mattresses there. You saw mattresses on it.
Look there.
Man, I finished seeing that. We don't want to go there.
Okay, so George, you can have.
You just see it. Go back and go look at it.
Coming from that, you can have bed in a hospital, right? It's just somebody can donate a hospital bed. But what about the equipment? What about
Ask him.
What about the doctors?
You need to stop the thing here, man. You need to stop the thing here. You look picture taking lying about it again.
My man, a picture.
Let me fetch you. Okay, you see picture, but then you say no. You must check it before you believe it. You Thomas, no?
So where were the pictures at?
Let me send you the picture. You on Facebook, but you send it to you. You download and send it to you.
But these are all AR pictures.
And you see 2022 that AR picture you're talking about. 2022 AR.
I already know. If
2022 we were using AR. There was no AR picture. Mama, you need to stop the thing. That's why I let to argue with people who will not look at the two and say, hey, because how will we have the conversation when you're looking at A and say that B? Then how will I argue with you?
And you already told me that you can't see from the C lenses. I already told you that AR 11 you. Like you on the defensive now. I tell you that AR now. Like you will find like you will tell the truth.
But AR, we had AR in 2022.
No, you mentioned AR now. Yesterday AR king.
If you can say, it wasn't popular to your Liberian, but it was in existence in 2022.
How was it being used?
Google it.
No. Tell me how was it being used? That's why I didn't want to know. Because I live in Australia. I live in Australia. And I know How were they
People
using
using
it?
AI.
Tell me how they were using it. Tell me how they were using
The
it.
same way how they
Because
using
for
it. It just
pictures
got
for now for
advanced.
yeah, listen now. In 2024 is that when pictures became AI related, that when incorporated pictures in AI, that's when you can say you can get resume and say hospital looking like this thing. Then AI will develop the picture for you. That in 2024 it started. So you can say AI existed. Tell me how picture could be transformed into AI. What they were using AI for in
So
2022?
so
The
you have
argument is baseless, it's
let me
trivial.
finish.
Let's
Yes,
move to the
man. From there,
let's
hold
go
up.
to the other one.
So you asked, you
Yeah,
said
because you
that
can't
AI,
differently.
you said that AI wasn't even existing in 2022. That was the argument. And I said, no, it was. It just got advanced in 2025. AI wasn't existing. In 2023 election, AI was
We're
being
talking
used
about
as a
pictures. You said that
propaganda
picture
tool.
AI. So I say AI was not existing by that time. It wasn't used at that time
Okay,
for
so let's move
pictures.
on. But I know Bible, whatever hospital was not functioning at all. The road going there was
Okay.
not even, there was no good road going there. That's the
Okay.
first thing first. So let's not even go
All
there
right.
with that.
Okay.
So like I was reading before both of y'all cut me off. I was saying that the where was that? Oh, see, someone getting old here. I need to stop these things. With my glasses. So that Colonel Graduate Coleman, this is a kudos letter, George. I know you don't want to hear this, but that the IG, and the joint
But why we need
security.
to talk about IG telling somebody thank you? Why we need to talk about it? Why is it significant to
Are
talk
you
about?
the host? Why are you trying to interrupt this show today? For goodness sake. It's a topic that I'm bringing up. Do you have any topic that you sent to me and for us to talk about it and I did something?
If you get topic, tell me I'll bring topic over here. I won't
No,
bring
that's
plenty
not.
topic.
We're
I
not
get
doing
plenty
that
topic
on
in my
this
head.
show. You gotta send me
Okay.
in the back.
Okay, you go ahead. You
First.
go ahead. You go ahead. I get hungry because you're just
Jesus
making me
Christ of
food.
Nazareth. You're not make gray. I grow my hair and place your ends. But anyway, like I was saying, I'm lost again. Yeah, like the Justice Minister were giving Gregory Coleman the Joint Security kudos for their professionalism that led to all success of the July 17 protest staged by Morba Malu. I want to categorically and unwaveringly, all right, whatever. That's something that the tolerance level shown by the Liberia National Police in the joint security of Liberia is highly unprecedented. A meaning gathering provocation that they receive. Whoever wrote this thing here, no, they gotta stop posting on Facebook because it's not anyway. Let me see who wrote this. I'm not gonna say that name because I'm supposed to get in credit, but their write-up is not written out. Too many mistakes in it. But all in all, guys, you know what I was trying to say.
But it's smart government. It's smart government.
No, this is not for the government pitch. So don't something that
Who that support us, eh?
It's the news writing. So
That
let's
support us,
get
eh?
straight. That
Okay.
we know that the joint security did well yesterday from the CDC protest. We sat in here and talked about it yesterday. They were being provoked from left, right, center, but then they held that cool, right? In the protest went well. So what is wrong with this dude today? Go ahead, Family. You have anything to say about it? Because Judge already
I can't talk. Say from the get finished talking. I can't talk to.
Well, you keep shutting me up.
Okay. You're going line. Let's go in line. It's okay. I'll listen. You're going line.
Judge, you're not making. I think I'm about to start turning my screen off too because we're not doing this tonight. Let's stop that. So, go ahead. Have your saying. I thought you wasn't interested in making something, but go ahead.
Look, I think it's no news for people to praise the police for the protests. I did not see this 6 years ago when police brought food for protesters to eat, water for them to drink. They were sharing food from the bag of police pickup to protesters. I didn't see anybody writing it. It's so hypocritical. That's what pisses me off. It's so hypocritical that and people will look at white and say it's black, and then we should all believe it said it's black, and we not say that mean we don't let Liberia. When we not say the way we're looking at when they say black, we should say black, and when we not say black, that mean we hate Liberia. They
But
love
George,
Liberia.
what white hair that we're not seeing and we're calling it black? For clarity
Okay,
to
man,
the
you see,
audience.
you interrupting me, right?
No, I'm asking you a question. I have to engage with you. I'm the host. What is black hair that we are calling white? Please make it clear to
Okay.
the audience.
Okay, good. Thank you. You done with the question?
Mhm.
Okay, good. The black I'm saying is white is that for you to have the audacity to
Mhm.
bring up here to say somebody thank the police because they were being provoked, they were being devoked, or they were being pushed around, and that is a good thing. You know what I mean? And they're praising the police. And I said, why didn't we see this thing 6 years ago? Because it's complete hypocrisy. Police did not bring water for anybody to drink. Police did not bring food for anybody to drink. And you said because they were provoked, so that means they did well, and we
Oh
should
my
praise
God.
them. And we should talk about how well they did for the protest. I don't know. I never saw any protesters being violent. There was no reported violence or of any magnitude.
One of the security officers.
No, they don't want to police. They want to
the protesters.
The other men had a policeman. They don't want
Continue.
So you interrupted me with a video.
No, actually, maybe your memories. You lost your memories. I didn't want to see you.
For credit say, you should have said, okay, George, just hold on. Let me show you a video.
Okay, sorry about that.
Okay, thank you. We have to do this thing with courtesy. Yeah. The thing is, I did not see that video, of protesters, hurting, a security personnel at the place. That it was not something that I saw. This is new to me. And even as that, I don't see, what we should sit down here and use our time to thank police for not killing people. Because that's what they did in Finjo. They went there and they said the people were students, and they started shooting the people and they killed the people. Killed 3 people. So because police not kill anybody today, we should tell them thank you. Thank you for not killing people. All right. If that's what you want to discuss, it's okay. I'll rest my case. Y'all can go ahead.
Thank you, George. Family, please help me out here. My head is just rising. I don't know what to do. But your turn. What do you think about it and all that the justice minister said to the police after?
So we already gave our commentary on that yesterday.
I know.
But again, it is not bad for the justice ministry or the justice minister, who is considered as the head of the national defense, and spoke in such a manner, commendating the police for exercising high level of professionalism and some level of restraint, because we saw the intent. We saw and the security assessment of the entire protest. That protest were already dead upon arrival. But the magnitude of the risks that was involved with the protest was already predetermined. So the police knew exactly the motive behind the protest. If somebody saying you want to protest and you go in ghettos and pay boys who have serious health problem, you took them from those ghettos and bring them on the street, giving them flyer that they can't even read, giving them flyer with inscription that they just don't understand, and some of them were just roaming around. And we are happy that we have.
George said that he never saw the June 7th protest for the police, the justice minister to be commending the police and ensuring security. Did we have the same justice minister for the June 7th protest? When happy.
No, that was
So
a
should we
different.
then hold this justice minister accountable for what other justice minister in another administration did
Honestly,
not?
you said it did not come from the
Just
government.
man, come on.
The thing you read, you said it didn't come from the government. That's what you said. You said it
Somebody
didn't come from.
was
It came
Can
from
you
quoting.
somebody
mute, please,
from the
George?
Just somebody was quoting what the justice minister said. That's what they said. They was quoting. Somebody can do quotation and on Facebook. You know, Facebook you can reference people. So that's a platform. So
So
in
then
a
again, my
nutshell,
question, I don't know if you want us to do that or
yeah, I got it. Because technically these are two different
I will be
governments.
back. I'll be back.
No worry, Josh. We here. These are two different government with two different agendas. And so the June 7th protest was massive, well organized, well planned, and well attended. Shut down the whole country. This one, less than 2,000 people assembled in the name of petitioning a lawmaker, and it's
Do
two
you
before.
think this crowd was even 1,000?
That's what I said, less than 2,000, because I only consider that because of the people who was passing around, and people who were watching, because all the people in the university fans were not part of the protest. You see people passing up behind them, going by their business, and some people just wanted to see what they're doing, and some people came around just to see, not protester. Less than 2,000 people, and that I get given the benefit of the doubt. So less than 2,000 people assembled in the name of petitioning a lawmaker, and they stood before the very Capitol and refused to give the petition to the lawmaker, and they preferred to stand under the ring and chant battle cry and raise slogan, and then tell everybody that the protest was successful. Good. I mean, it was successful for the fact that the police did not reach out and or strike back after they tried to after they hit few person, and you saw the blood, they hurt few person. The police did not.
Nelson from Spoon yesterday got a hit.
Yeah, and the police did not.
He got debut. He got his first protest right yesterday.
Yeah, so we saw that, and the police exercised high level of restraint, and the protest was successful because this is a reformation. Gregor Cuomo continued to say, he said, this is a reformation. The police is becoming reformed, and that's the reason why the first time in Liberian history for the police to wear our traffic control now to wear body cam. Never saw that. And now, after the incident at the legislature, now they have CCTV footage now on the ground of the Capitol now.
Thank you, Famila. So we move on to the CDC side. So Mobile Molu yesterday too also had a message for his supporters of
my people. Yeah, hello. I came to say thank you for yesterday's program. The program was very successful, and everybody happy. Oh, you did well yesterday. You did so well until I have to come to say your thank you. Your thank you for all the effort, the way you work hard, for those that gave money, for those that provided support, for people to buy t-shirt, for people to buy water, for people to have food, those that bought bread, those that put gas in pickups, that put gas in trucks. Your thank you. Your thank you for the program. It was peaceful. There was no holla, no violence. Everything was just okay. And besides that, that peaceful protest was one of the biggest protests ever in the history of this country. But the one that made me to check is the fact that when day broke, it was raining heavy and rain much of the time yesterday. But that rain did not even stop it from coming. You are promised every time we go to a meeting, you say, don't worry about the rain. Rain come, we'll be outside. But you proved it yesterday that when you say something, you can do it. All the rain that fell yesterday, it never stopped it from coming out. You still came out in your tens of thousands. It was so good. Everybody happy. And what you've done now, you now made history. You now made history because it shows that People can still come outside and be peaceful. Where there was no violence, police were then making beam. They were showing water tank. They were pour water on people. They were showing a baton in the air as if they went for a war. They were there threatening people. They were with tear gas on people. It didn't stop it from coming. When the police saw you, they were even scared. But they didn't know that we are peaceful. So it just showed that all the lies that were lying about, oh, the people coming outside, there will be violence. That's so loud that were lying because they want government money. Because we hear say $3.5 million that they want to put outside for that. They say they want to keep peace for that program. What kind of peace they were keeping? We kept our own peace. We were peaceful. There was no violence. No one was slapping nobody. So we just want to say thank you. So that money part, and I know even the police people say who way down there didn't eat nothing. Like the big shot and way up there, the security sector, for the different security people, they didn't want me to have eaten that money. So that one part that they own. That's some of the reason why we always come outside to demand that corruption ends. Now, yesterday
So the one that made mobile jet, it was raining, people still came outside, tens of thousands, and police were peaceful. So if Mama Malu is giving kudos to his supporter, according to his reality, George, why is there a problem that the Justice Minister giving kudos to joint security? I mean, isn't that what?
You want me to explain, or you just
Yeah.
just a
What
rhetorical
did you
question?
think about what Mama Malu said first, and then that question? Go ahead.
Look, Mobile Molo, as an individual, I think he did the best he could. What he just did in that narrative, I think it's good to thank the people. The people came out. If anybody gets sick, then I'm Mobile Molo will carry in hospital. They did it at their own volition. They were convinced that something not going right. That's what they came in that street for. They don't say, Mama, when I get money to carry by the hospital, we'll go down there and go wet in that rain. But they did it because there's something pressing them, something pushed them to go there. So he got to tell them, thank you for listening to him and the things he said that resonated with them, that brought them on the street. So that why you thinking that I think that's the best thing to do. For the Justice Minister to go thank a police director to say, thank you, even though you're provoked, but you're not shoot gun like you did in Kinjal. If that's what we're going to be thanking for, then let's go ahead. They hit rack with security guard at the legislature. Yeah, so they sort of shoot gun, but because they didn't shoot gun, so we got to tell them thank you. It doesn't make any sense. But guess what? Here we are again. The triviality of the matter. You try to make fun out of Mobile Molu, how they call it, he narrated to say the thing that made him check. But you forget to know that Mobile Molu, it was the organizer of this particular thing. He had the right, or he was obliged. I should not even say right. He was obliged to tell people thank you because he called them out and they listened and they came to his call. So for me, I understand for Mobile Molu his statement, but what I don't get is that people trying to leave the Justice Minister word to say because let me see the provocation. I didn't see any provocation. Any show me a video that I see provocation. What they go to the police and calling their clothes and jacking their gun, and then we say then a provocation. But people parading the street, walking that provocation. And then one person you say they show somebody with rock. They had the person with rock. That provocation. You know who even showing the rock? If they are seeing the person showing the rock, they're going to arrest the person. Okay, but we just see somebody, they say blood coming from the head, they wipe the blood from there, they put in water on the person, and then they say that provocation. That why they're supposed to shoot. But look, it is what it is. You guys, you got an agenda, you want to push it. That maybe this government is doing the best thing for Liberia since 1847. Go ahead. I'll be here. I'll listen. Thank you.
Joe, the sarcasm of your explanation, that you have more something, because you have people sitting here, they're not going anywhere, and you keep twisting that. Well, because we saw block, so there was that provocation. So they wanted that. Seriously? If I'm not going ahead before I even something, I just can't deal with his sarcasm.
Yeah, sometimes I pity my brother. It's so hard to lie. And, because for someone to lie, you have to have the repertoire to be able to lie. And George doesn't have one of that skill. And, George, I want to borrow what President Trump can say. The guy is not smart. He's not.
That's cruel.
And you sat here and you telling us that all the
No,
police.
George
Oh,
is
oh,
smart.
oh,
George is
no,
smart.
he's not.
He
He's
is.
not.
He's intentionally doing
Because
it.
if he can sit there and say, "Oh, the police, their intention is to shoot somebody," then that means he's not.
He's being sarcastic.
He have no evidence, and you cannot tell your own self that what I saw in the video was an assault on an officer. And you saw the video when the chairman on national defense, Momo Saros, was hurriedly buggered over and taken away when he made an attempt to go receive so-called petition. And his officers that protected him took the rat. And you sit on a show and you telling us say that nobody happened. I get water the wasting on somebody thinking over there, George. You know what was going to happen if the chairman on national defense or security of the Liberian Senate, the House of Edo, get mobbed by quote-unquote protesters. You know what was going to happen? The police did extremely well, and we must say that because we know that some elements among those protesters were brought in purposely for that. Why you think what kind of protester will be going on to go protest, wear mask, you cover your whole face, you get a war time with him?
Because
You say you protesting peacefully, and this was the intent of the protest, and you wearing masks, you wearing all kind of fearful things, making it look like going on a war zone. And you saw the video when they put a blockade down, not to use the executive marshal side. Some of them were forcing their way. They were trying to force their way to go through. And some of their own colleagues, Moru at some point had to come in and stop them and say, look, don't go on our side. We never stick to the rule. This is what we agree on in the meetings. Let's be honest here and say and give it out to the police. Let's give it out to the police. And yesterday I gave it out to Molu. I said, Molu, exercise some form of leadership.
Yeah, me too.
I give it to him.
Mm-hmm.
So don't sit on the show and somebody else is hurt and you saw the video and you said that cool water to put on the person here. That is being very disingenuous and very inhumane. You cannot do that to a fellow Liberian, not because today you wearing Arsenal tie and the person that's saying that on the other side are Liverpool men. And Arsenal 3 seasons now they can't carry trophy. So all the anger now you putting it on Liverpool.
So we gotta transfer to we gotta transfer
that frustration is too heavy. The frustration on George is too heavy. George is just losing on our side. He lose election on our side, Arsenal lose the Premier League on his side. He lose election on our side. As anytime George lose election, Arsenal can lose major trophy. So I don't know. Since he lost the election in the Mark County, Arsenal lost the Premier League to Liverpool.
Thank you from that. George will be okay. I think George, like you said, he's being disingenuous. He's not because he's not smart. He's very smart. He's done everything that everybody saw yesterday. You know what he remind me of? He remind me of this guy, Kev Hassan, sitting there watching a live video like everybody else. And his analysis was like he was watching some video from Mars while the other people were watching video from Earth. You know, and Dama got so angry yesterday and went off on him. That's exactly what George's trying to tell us here. People pulling the gates, you know, flashing pepper or spray or whatever that was that it was talking about. All of those things were not provocation. It was because you know what, right? No, that the other security guy standing next to the other guy hit him on the head with blood started coming on his head. It wasn't protester. But anyways, like you said, you know, some of these things that we is when we see, you can play all the politics you want, but when you see another person hurt like this, I don't think that's something to be acting like you don't care or it means nothing. Or for you to be saying that when they say provocation, it means that the police didn't do anything, it means that they were asking the police to shoot somebody. Oh, they saw they're supposed to shoot. Oh, because somebody said something they want. They said they're supposed to shoot. Stop it. That's not what anybody asking. Police shoot when his life is at risk. When somebody coming at him with a knife, and right there, if it's you or me, then you go in. But police can use other means, George. It can be tear gas, it can be hot water, all of those things they had it. It doesn't have to be shooting. And you know exactly what you're saying, but I don't know who you think you're sitting on the, maybe you're playing in your camp. You know, it may be playing with them, but it's sad that we see another person here. Like, I don't care. They are all Liberians. I don't care what party they come from. Yesterday, and I said it on here, right? On Formula, I said I was worried about the protest turning, you know, going another way because there was a lot of older folks in that crowd that was out there protesting, and police had to spray tear gas, hot water, something. The younger folks can run, but those older folks cannot. And I was afraid for them. You think I agree with the protest? No, but I didn't want people to get hurt. I wasn't saying that because I said, oh yeah, because I support President Bouaga government, so I should be in. You mean to what would have happened if the president they just were going to go another way? No, you have to have something. Politics don't have to blind us to the core like that for us to not see reality when everyone is looking at it. Then we're saying, oh, that blue is a brown. It's sad, and we should stop that. But anyways, moving on. President Bouaga today visited a mosque. He went to the was it today or yesterday, right? Was it yesterday in Liberia? On this rather is from Spoon, so it should be on point. Oh, this is from Honorable Sylvester Chalopre. Kudos to you, Sylvester. We gotta give you your credit on this. So let me read what this said. So it should be on point. So why should we seek better living in a 70?
I mean, I think I forgot something to say. I'm so sorry. I got carried away by Josh. About the video you play about Moluba Molu saying they're playing Othello Yasia role. You know, simple English. I didn't speak on that. I'm sorry.
So what were you speaking on then?
So
attacking George?
No, not really. I was just trying to call Josh to order. But I was still speaking on that situation that happened when the justice minister.
All right, you got 30 seconds. So
yeah, thank you very much. So listen to this Chairman Molu, stand chairman / Spudo CDC chair, and thanking the Liberian people, those who turned out in a look. The Liberian people already saw that this man was trying to raise his 26 to enjoy himself for 26, and he put cash app up and raising funds and other things. We know. That's the reason why a sedition was asking him now to declare how much was raised.
Yeah, right.
How much you raised for the protest and how much was spent. The people talk about a go chain and a go ring, so he took out everything you can have and video recording. And then he telling the people again, why must you always lie? That's the reason that the part he told 10,000 of people came out. Did you listen to that recording when he said 10,000 of people came out? I don't know where the guys are always coming from. Are they living in fantasy or an illusion or what? I don't even know. Because he be saying things, he said, 3.5 million now was budgeted for the police just for that operation tomorrow. Does that even make sense in the grand scheme of logic? 3.5 million was used. Then he making it like he said, I know most of y'all men who are not get some that the tata bossing and the tata men I didn't want to share it. Molu, that thing doesn't make sense. It had no space to germinate. It's better you say the facts to the Liberian people than for you to always be lying. That's the reason why your story about being a BM pastor from Ghana came out.
Yes, Jesus.
Because everything about you is entangled, is associated with lies. And that's a reason I will always say, for you to first be a sedition, you must first be crazy, stupid, and be a liar. Are 3 attributes.
That's a little harsh, don't you think?
I'm quoting somebody. They said to first be a sedition, you have to be. If you don't have those traits, you can never be a sedition. To be a sedition, you must first know how to lie, you must first be crazy, you must first be stupid. So then you'll be in the category because I don't know what else you're going to do.
Thank you.
It's
And,
also
I think I disagree with our characterization. I think there are some smart sedition. You didn't just have a preconceived notion that they are just
I
you
told
know,
I read from Facebook
I'm
post.
telling you, I'm just saying the person that said that. I'm just disagreeing with that person. That's all.
Can we move on? The man finish insulting us. Then yeah, move on. I mean, I guess since we just move on. We living with
you sitting here and you eating. Okay, thank you. Oh, there you are, the person. Thank you.
Ooh, I'm critical of Dr. Tenin.
Yeah, thank you.
So yeah, so I think that being in denial and like and just wanting to play politics is different from somebody being. They know what they're saying. They know that it's not true, but they think that when they say it over and over and over and over again, loudly too, the public would believe it. It would be believable. That's the whole trick here. So yeah, they do know what they're doing. But anyways, we're moving on. So today, Sylvester Chilpray, our homeboy from Spoon. It's a
Amy, just a second, yeah. So the first topic
was
no, the first topic is that the Justice Minister thanking the police. The second one, that black guy opening something. That the second topic.
Let's move on.
Okay.
Now read it, you will hear it. So if you want us to talk about Judge Biya, send us the topic. What's the name? Monday, there you go. Monrovia, July 18, 2025. As Liberia approaches 178 years of independence, President Boakai has officially launched the national celebration with a call for unity and renewed commitment to nation building, seeking during a Thanksgiving and intercessory prayer service at the Unity Foundation Mosque in Sinker. President there you go. President Boakai challenged the conscience of the nation. Why should we go to a 70-year-old nation for better living when we are almost 178? Oh, Pape, let me clap to that. He asks, drawing a sharp contrast between Liberia's long-standing sovereignty and the underdevelopment still facing its people. Liberia, founded in 1847 by free blacks settlers from America, holds the distinction of being Africa's first republic. The president emphasized that these challenges must no longer define the nation's future. He urged Liberians to unite across religious, political, and ethnic lines to rebuild a nation worthy of its legacy. We must stop blaming others and take full responsibility for our destiny. He noted, adding the peace, prayer, and participation are the foundation for genuine transformation. Friday prayer ceremony brought together Muslims, leaders, government officials, and community members, reflecting Liberia's long-standing religious tolerance and spirit of coexistence. So, guys, this is not about just the president, George. This is about Liberia. This is about the independence, and the only way we can talk about George Biya if he has some part playing in it, then we'll bring it up. So it's not like we want to talk about Boakai. President Boakai is the president of the country. So whatever he's doing, we have to talk about those things. So with what I just read, there's this same thing. He started with the barrier that you guys bashing from all these ex-presidents that did not have a proper barrier, bringing their families together, uniting the counties that have some kind of bad blood. So today he still continues, right? And because he focused on our country moving forward and stuff. It's true, religions. You know how divided we are when it comes to religious beliefs and politics and ethnic groups. The other men are Gizi men, the other men are Gio men, the other men are those things. He's urging Liberians to pull it aside and rebuild their nation. This is a 80 years old man from how old is President Bouaga again? You got water in your mouth? This is an 80-year-old man that having this dream for our nation. This is something that we never heard from, I don't want to call a name, past leaders. But what do you think about this, George? I know what you already think, but I just want the audience to hear you. Touch on this about unity across the nation and rebuilding our country, and stop blaming other people for our failure. Because when people come in, they help us. We take those monies and we make ourselves rich. We passing it around, acting like we're the biggest shots in the country and not paying attention to our country. And this president is urging us to do that. Your turn, George.
Look, Liberia, has suffered a lot from generation to generation. Our country has suffered either by the negligence of the government or the bias of the citizenry. And I think the country needs a respite.
Mm-hmm.
And the only way I see fit that respite will come is when we don't categorize other people are being crazy and stupid because the opinion is different from ours. Because I think every one of us, we want a better Liberia. It's just the spectrum in which we want it, the way we see it. That's a different thing. I don't see President Bouaga being a good leader, and you see him as being a good leader. I see Weah as being a good leader. You say you don't see Weah as being a good leader. And that's the difference between us. But for someone to come on a public platform or to even to have that notion that because you believe in this thing, that means you're stupid or you're crazy, I don't think that is a uniting statement in itself. And I think we, as Liberians, we have to move forward by embracing each other, regardless of our differences in opinions.
So you think that's what the president is speaking against?
Yes, I think that's what that's what the person is getting to, that we should embrace each other. We should forget about, the little things that hold us apart and embrace those things. The biggest thing, which is the biggest denominator we have, is Liberia, that bring us together. I don't agree with President Bouaga way of uniting the country, where he has to go and bury people who were dead long time ago. I don't agree with that. While people are hungry, you are dying of starvation, people are suffering. I see people in my inbox every time someone that gets scholarship to go to how they call it, Europe, to go to school, and they're asking me for assistance, to do all these things, the plane ticket, this and that. People asking all these things, and for the country, instead of investing into the living people who will in turn build a better future. Let me tell you, President, we have said this thing, and that's why I decided I'll continue to listen to him. He said, the reason why even in Europe, I'm just paraphrasing now, in the West, when a crime takes place and somebody dies from your family, you are compensated. You are not compensated because you are poor and you need money. But so saying that, people say that it's better for me to cry in a limousine than, elsewhere. That is not. Yeah. Yeah, no, but guess what? You can end it. It's better for me to cry in a limousine than keke. You get what I mean? So I think that's the best illustration of what the ideological differences is between Bouaga and myself. I feel that's what George Weah said. George Weah said, let's forget about the war economic rank business and build this country. When people have a better life, they'll forget about the people that died.
So, George,
that's what he did.
So, are you saying that President Bouaga should forget about the all over good of the country that would benefit everybody and focus on individual needs?
Will economic stability not benefit everybody? with economic, I'm telling you to focus on the economic stability of the country. You think if everybody's enjoying today, if everybody got, if most people, let's say 65% of the Liberian
You
people
didn't allow
got
me to
jobs to go
finish my
to.
question.
Okay, go ahead.
So you said that people are in your inboxes every day or in your inbox every day asking you for plane ticket money, asking you for this. That's what you said. You would never say anything about economic stability, which we all asked the president to do. We asked him all of that, and he's trying to do that. He's also trying to do that, and in order for us to have all of that, we have to have unity after our civil war. That has never happened. Things that brought our civil war, that never. So those things that he's naming here, to the unity part of it, that we're coming together and doing all of that is less important. But making people to get plane ticket to go to Europe or whatever you're talking about, the individual is important more than the all over good of the country.
Thank you for asking that question. I did not say that. And the good thing is that I'm not dead yet, so I cannot be misquoted
No, that's
without,
why I'm asking you. I'm not saying.
yeah. So the
I'm
thing
asking
is that if Liberia is better, I don't want to live here. This place is boring as hell. I don't want to be here. So if President Boakai would take that money he's having, that time he got, to invest in our University of Liberia, to invest in the TVEC that George Weah brought about, that is happening in Maryland and other places where trade schools are opening. You know what I mean? If he invests in those things, and guess what? If we can get a good plumber who will get plumbing job to go to, he will not join any protests. He will not do anything. He will want to go to make him money. He will not want to do those things. So what I'm trying to say is that what he's done is not a bad thing, but I think he's missing a priority. That's why I told you, I said people will prefer to get a better life.
Don't you think this is overdue? Uniting our country in order for us to move forward?
No, President Boakai, look, reburying his friend who employed him in government twice, I don't think it's a bad thing. He reburied Doe because Doe was his best, he was his bully. Doe gave him 1 or 2 positions in Doe government. They were friends. So for him to bury a friend, I don't think any problem is there, but I say the priority of the entire nation.
What's his relationship with the
I'm not related to Doe. I'm not related to Doe. Even the things Doe did, some of them were even bad for me because I was almost conscripted to be rebel. I had to run away in the bush to go and hide in Grand Crew because rebel were coming to conscript people. So I had to live in the bush for almost a week. So I am not here to back the idea of Doe being buried or whoever is being buried or anything. I don't know what a reconciliation about that, because these people kill innocent people. And now today you want to bury them and you want everyone up or get on board and say, oh yeah, that good thing he did. He reconciled the country because he buried the man who killed my father, who killed my man. It is okay for him because that's his friend. I'm telling you, invest that energy into making Liberia better. So that people will not even want to leave to go overseas.
One more question. You just said that President Weah said that they just forget about the War and Economics Crime Court and do this and do that. Don't you think those people that were supposed to be held accountable in the War and Economics Crime Court, they also kill people's families as well? And President Weah was trying to let it go. So was it a good thing then for President Weah to let people off the hook that did terrible things to Liberia? Everybody. Because every single person were affected in the war. To let those people go. It's you praising President Weah for doing that. But President Boakai, who says there's beef between
I'll get a dignified burial.
Let these people these things that brought beef between these people. This is some of the reason why our nations are not moving forward. We kill innocent people on the pool. 13 or 16, how many people were killed on the pool? Let's give up people 15 barriers. These people are president, regardless of what they did wrong. The president supposed they never had 15 barriers. These are some of the things that are hanging over our nation. Doing that, it doesn't mean anything. But President, we are letting go of a criminal, of people that you call him criminal. Letting them go, it was the best thing to be done.
Amy, for the fact is that the people that were killed on the pole, they were not reburied by President Boakai. The families of the people were the one who were engaged in a prospect, and the government just joined them. So don't let anybody lie to you that President Boakai brought up burying the pool that would kill on the pole.
You the one just said it. I never told you say anybody lied to me. You the one lying to the Liberian people right now. That's why I'm asking you.
What are you asking me?
You
Because
say he burying the dead, reburying the dead. Why he not focused on the living? And I'm asking you.
and,
Don't
and you
tell
are
me
telling me
why
that
he said
you
he
are
did not
telling, yeah,
listen. Focus on
you are
what I
telling
said.
me that President, we are let people off the hook,
That's what you said.
and
You said he
and yeah,
should.
yeah. I said, President, we have said the priority was to build a better Liberia for everyone, so that we are happy. Because it's better to cry in the limousine than to cry in the keke, right? So I'm telling you that is my approach. You want to fault me for that? You want to say I'm wrong because
I'm
I believe
asking you a
that
question, brother.
a
I'm
better
not
life?
telling you
Yeah, that's my
anything.
question. That's why I'm answering you now. It's my belief system. I'm telling you that I will prefer, because if somebody died for you,
Mhm.
and then somebody say, okay, Amy, go and shake the person hand, who care your relative. I don't know what about healing will bring to you then for them to say, okay, Amy, today, yesterday, you never had a car, you never had a good job. Now you got a better job to go to, and you can send your children anywhere you want to send in any school of your choice, and you can do this, you can do that. I think that is a betterment of your life. I don't think it's more than going to shake somebody's hand who carries somebody from you. I don't know for you, but for me, my own preference is to make sure that I would give that people better life. If somebody dies and they leave their children behind, instead of going to that children and shaking their hand and say, "You're sorry," I will send them to better schools. That would make the children better. And guess what? That healing will be even more than
Thank you.
where I go shake their hand with other people. Thank you.
So Formula, I know that if somebody killed my relative, I will have a beef with them.
1 minute. Yeah.
So I will have problem with them. And if that beef is between my family and that person's families, no matter how rich I am, that problem will still be there. When we meet somewhere or when we meet in a country, we can still shake up the country because of that problem that exists. If we don't solve that problem, or if nobody solves that problem between us. So you tell me your thoughts on the whole thing, unity, and what judge, because the questions I'm asking, he's not just to muddy this unity thing that they kept doing. That's what he tries to do all the time. He's not uniting a country and making a country rich. That even when these people rich, when they get rich, they can go and buy guns again, right? And start to attack each other. God forbid. Nima Kante and Grand Jida. You get all the rich people in Grand Jida, you get all the rich people in Nima Kante. If they still can't stand each other, they still have beefs between them. Do you think our country is safe?
Well, Amy, the issue about peace and reconciliation is not a topic, or it's not an issue that people discuss with reckless languages like reburying the dead.
Mm-hmm.
And you see, sometimes it confuses me when Josh, of all person, who hail from Maryland County, doesn't understand tradition. He claimed to be a traditional, and Maryland is a highly traditional county when it comes to the respect for the dead. He knows that in his tradition, when someone dies, there are a lot of rituals they have to perform even to lay that person to rest.
Mm-hmm.
And President Boakai, in his wisdom, not only being an honorary person, he's the president of the country,
The father.
a deacon
Mm-hmm.
in his church. He is the father of the nation. When the Bible says that the young men shall dream dreams and the elderly shall see vision,
Amen.
President Boakai is seeing vision. It was a prophecy that the way in which people were killed,
Yes, sir.
people were killed during our very bitter and dark days,
Mm-hmm.
especially leaders of the country, no matter how horrible or terrible anybody was. Once you were in position of governance and people were looking up to you for direction, you are a leader, you have your own line of responsibility. And that's the reason why Frank Fanon said every generation must identify a mission. Either you forfeit it or you betray it. And when you betray it, it becomes a burden to the next generation. That burden has been on our next generation for years because there are people who die and they were not given that befitting burial, and their soul will stay out there searching for vengeance. That's the reason why every little thing that happens in the country is all spicy. All the young people think that the only result, the only outcome to every disco is just violent. People, the first thing you hear somebody getting something, the person won't touch you, the person won't blow, and the person won't fold their feet. Nobody want to sit around again and discuss issues with logic and tolerance. Everybody that emotional. The level
Do you
of
think formula that riches can take that away when everybody be rich and get money to travel and do that? You think that
no,
toxic
the
something? You think
reconciliation is not about riches. It's
Wow.
about mitigating those basic things. Look, we saw the ambassador, President Sally, during her administration, she made President Weah a peace ambassador. You forget, George? President Weah was made peace ambassador, and they said, according to Amara Kone, there was some money allotted
You're getting paid for it. Yeah.
for President Weah being the head of that committee to try to create programs that will bring reconciliation between Nima, Ifa, and all of the other countries that were involved. What did George Weah do? George Weah invited who? Didier Drogba. He invited, I think, few other football players. They want to play one soccer match, and that was the reconciliation there. Why you think George Weah was not able to challenge Manasseh Lee? When Manasseh Lee told President Weah that if he want to order me start from the executive, because that money was passed on to the executive. So we'll ask President Weah what happened to the $2 million that will give him as peace ambassador for you to go organize one football match to bring Samuel Eto'o or Didier Drogba to play. So he get a count.
Wow.
So that was how President Weah was able to get some money to run his campaign to become senator. We know the story. Not going to talk about that. Why you think President Weah put his neck on the line to protect Manasseh Lee and her family? It was not only because President Weah was eager for the power. It was because President Weah him was caught in the cookies jar. So he never had any moral ground to say, oh, we'll prosecute Manasseh Lee. We know that. So the peace and reconciliation that President Boubacar did was not all out of the blue sky. President Boubacar did a lot of consultation with so many people. Not just who don't have a spiritual land. He don't understand anything about spirituality. He doesn't understand tradition. So he can sit there and say, oh, people not supposed to go do all of that. He's right to say that. But the day that if he will go back to Maryland County and he'll be subjected to some of those rituals, then he will know that tradition cannot be argued, but it is bound to be obeyed. But President Boubacar, in his wisdom, through his consultation with his religious advisor and other advisors and every other person, because this is a joint thing. It was not only President Boubacar and his advisor, because the Toba family was already planning that, the Doe family was already planning that, and in that particular line, when the revelation or when the prophecy came, President Boubacar was there, okay, saying the government is thinking about that, and you're thinking about that, why can't we just do it together and give them a befitting burial, a state funeral? That was prudent enough. That's wisdom. That's what I continue to say. The Bible says wisdom is the principal thing. For you to have wisdom, King Solomon, of all of the weaknesses and things he had, when God asked him more than 20 times, what do you want me to bless you with? The first thing he asked for was wisdom.
Wisdom.
That asked for this wisdom. This wisdom here, it will help us.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah, so I wanted to show that in this United
Don't be
this
sarcastic.
fight
Man.
of unity to
Right, yes,
is also showing across Lo-Fi County through this farming. I'm looking for it. I don't know why when I put the article in here I can misplace it, but this was also uh something that was being done through unity, through the uniting to coexisting to our religious like what he was talking about, to putting religious something aside. And I'm trying to find it right up. I'm sorry, y'all. I had it here, but I don't know. I'm seeing it, but when I click on it, it's not opening.
What is this picture? I seen carrot being grown in Liberia.
Yes, in Lo-Fi County.
Oh, wow. The bread basket. Let's get back to the soil, y'all.
So yeah, that I wanted to read up. I got it read up for that, and I'm trying to open it to read it to the audience to know what's going on in Lo-Fi. And how this whole unity thing is, making wave, is resonating with citizens across the country. And this farming thing was one of it. That religious people in that county came together to harvest this this farm that was something. I think that's the guy in the black. Why can't I find this? I'm sorry. I want you to hear this story. It's a good story. I'm trying to open it, but this is a story that also, even though it got some connection with the unity thing, but it's something to show agriculture, because a lot of people try to bash the fact that President Boakai, that we made him during the campaign to be this agriculture czar, and under his administration, there's nothing going on. And I just wanted to show something like one of this. They've common people are doing a lot in Liberia through farming, but people are not highlighting it, so we don't know. That's why when I seen this story, I wanted to bring it on here, but the story refused to open. I'm sorry, I don't know. So yeah, this is something that is being grown in that was grown in Lo-Fi formula. You see the resident of that community, both Muslims and somebody coming together to go and harvest this farm. Whoever knew that carrots grew in Liberia? Okay, now you know. So,
And they look really, really,
they're
really,
yummy.
yeah, they look good. I ain't lying to you. There are so many nutritional benefit of carrot. So
Let the
much
people
nutritional
know. Tell the
benefit.
people of Family Wild try to find this thing.
Look, carrot. I always make my smoothie, and I always use carrot in my smoothie at some point. Look, it has so much nutritional benefit. Let me just pull out some of the nutritional benefits of carrot in a sec.
Okay, thank God I found it. So why this is up here? Can we read this first and from some kind of add something?
Yeah.
I found it here. So this guy named Dr. Isaac Poda and team visited Carol's farm for harvest and religious engagement in Lo-Fi. Today, Dr. Poda and his dedication support staff were actively involved in the carrot harvest at the university farm in Lo-Fi, in keeping with the rich tradition of the region and promoting religious tolerance. Dr. Poda and his team also visited religious leaders in Vanjama. The purpose of the visit was to seek blessings upon the university and to pray for greater productivity and success for the farm. This meaningful engagement underscored the university commitment to community values, inclusiveness, inclusivity, and sustainable development. So, since we were talking about the president, engagement with this unity thing and tolerance, religious tolerance, and everything, I just wanted to add that on there because it's kind of linked with this, so you guys will see it. Now I
Let
know.
me just let me just add up onto that. So I was saying earlier that this carrot that people see in this our footage today, it has so much more benefits to us. And I'm so happy that I can see my country, Liberia, in our tropical region like Africa,
Right.
to grow a fresh carrot like that. Look, carrot is a nutritional powerhouse. Or nutritional power. It has a lot of minerals, vitamins, and antioxidant. You see what I'm saying? And your body cannot function without these minerals, without these vitamins. So people who are nutritionally deficient in something like vitamin A, you can get it from carrot. That is
Okay.
a major component for your vision and your immunity. This carrot here can boost your
Yeah, I knew
immunity.
about the vision. Yeah.
It help you with your eyesight because it has because carrot is a great source of what we call beta carotene, because this is the one that the body convert to vitamin A. So you need this so that it can help you with your good eyesight and help to boost your immunity.
So we don't have to, when we go to Liberia, when we move to Liberia, we don't have to be worried about carrots.
You don't
These
have to
things.
run to the supermarket.
You don't have to go to the supermarket to go buy stiff carrot that frozen, you know,
Yeah,
freezer burn. We can
fresh
get
one from
fresh,
bottle man.
right, in
Yeah.
our country. Agriculture. This is just one story of many, you know, things that are happening that people doing through farming in Liberia now that people don't want to, you know, don't like to bring to light. They always want to, you know, make it sounds like there's nothing going on.
Let me just also tell man that is way in the market. Maybe you don't know about the carrot. So the carrot also have what they call fiber.
Gentlemen, I gotta leave. I'm sorry. Thank you for the show.
Yeah, my man, you can go and continue your eating, my man. It has fiber inside. It has potassium. It also have what they call vitamin K. That vitamin K is used for blood clotting. Every time you cut and you know yourself, the thing that can cause your blood, the cells that are responsible to come and stop your blood from keep going out, keep wasting. That vitamin K is in the carrot there. So for pregnant women, you can eat carrot. It will help you. It will help you. It's very good for your health. If you suffer from too many constipation, you hardly go to the bathroom. Every time you go to the bathroom, you're changing gear. There is a car that can be on that loafer that used to be on that loafer road. They changing gear whole day. When you sit down on the toilet, you can't go easily. The carrot here, it's rich in fiber. It's so rich in fiber. When you eat that one, it will help you. As soon as you say hello, things start dropping.
Thank you, Pamela, for that little health lesson tonight. With our cows, yeah, I was really shocked when I seen this. I'm like, they grow this in Liberia?
Let's go back to the soil.
Yeah.
Let's go
I
back.
can go make my carrot farm. I mean, this is really good. Like, who knows? And I'm also happy that in that area, you know, the religions, like the, you know, engagement and unity and stuff like that. This is how we knew our people living back in the days, right? Everybody got along well. Didn't matter what religion or whatever you were. You know, that's the kind of life we want to see and hear about in Africa again. Than this, you know, I would love to hear about the whole community thing, like people trusting each other once more, you know, because nowadays it's very hard to do that. I know that's the story we heard about growing up back home of my mom and other people. Oh, this is how in Liberia you can just leave your children here, you can do the way other people. This is how it used to be. But is that what it is today? No, you know, the world is so scary today. People are everybody looking at each other, even though it's still there, but it's not the way, you know, they used to talk about it. So it's these things. I know people take it to be simple stuff because of politics. Like my brother George was saying here, having the audacity to tell us that because people embarrassing him and telling him, hey, come on, hey, friend, you embarrassing him. the President Barack should go to a friend and go put money in a pocket and leave, uniting the entire country to relate, like, religious tolerance and politics, political, through how the across the spectrum, I should say, for us to coexist as citizens, as country, to move our country forward. That whenever that patriotic, something should be in us. Whenever it's about Liberia, everybody should be on board. All right, forget that politics thing. No, this is about Liberia. Let's do it. This one better for Liberia. Forget about that religion thing. It's all about Liberia. We all will do well if we support this. This is what the president is calling for. And you sit there because your guy don't look good because he didn't do it. So you want to muddy the water and want to undermine someone's effort, something that should have been done. President Sirleaf should have done this. She didn't. We are him. He didn't. Now President Bouaka is doing it. Why can't we just say, okay, this is something long overdue? Then you talk about, people that care people, they did it to me, they did that to me. But you said, you gave President Weah the kudos that he said that they should get rid of the War and Economic Crime Code. How do you think other people who felt that people should be held accountable for what was done to their family will feel about that? If we just have to be, think about individuals' feelings and not the country as a whole, what would be better for the country? But this is where we are now in our country. Everybody politics in. I don't know where we're going with this, but I hope and pray that we get off of it. People will play politics when it's necessary, and when it's time for us to, you can also play politics. You can be a part of a political party, but when it's come to being realistic and being fair and being honest about something, you will call it out. Just for you to say what President Bouaka is doing here is important for our nation. It will heal, like you said. You talk about the spiritual aspect of it, formula, because some of those innocent blood that was spilled, right? Who knows? If that's why Liberia cannot do what it's supposed to be doing today, we have, and you heard the speech the president gave when he at the EJS complex. You don't know that those things will help heal our nation a little bit. Yeah, corruption have to get rid of that. We have to do the physical part and also think about the spiritual part of it. You can't just throw everything away because you want to play politics. So I really hope that this we heal some fruits in our land, and people will come to see it as, listen to this other man that is trying to do these things and look at it as a good gesture, and that we all will come together and make it work instead of playing politics all the time. From there, you can go ahead if you have any fun to say, until we can close up. You can just go ahead and do it all.
So I also want to say thank you so much for allowing me the opportunity to share the platform with you.
Yeah, my platform.
And to also be here to speak to the consciences of our people so that they can see that the government is making strive. The government is on the right track.
Mm-hmm.
And there are things, there are still nuances, there are still issues that needs to be resolved, but these issues are not issues that can be resolved overnight. It is easier to spoil things than to fix things. That country was spoiled. And when the president said on the campaign trail that there will be no more country, if you gave CDC a second chance to come here, and that statement was misinterpreted. He said there'll be no more country. President Trump used that same thing. He said that same thing. He did not say. He said when you're allowed for the Biden to run, at that time Biden was still thinking that he was going to run. President Biden, he said there will be no more country. He said that openly. Nobody considered that as a threat. Nobody said,
consider that as war.
Yeah, nobody said, the president said you damage the whole country when you become president. Nobody called that one. But in Liberia, when President Bouaka said that, it was spin and said in different ways. But so So it's our mindset. This is exactly how our people were programmed. They program our people to be in that position. There's a reason why our people are kept in destitution. Our people are kept in utter poverty. Our people are kept in that kind of a begging state for a reason. And the reason is clear. You control somebody better. You control that man. You control the whole body. They say when the mind is enslaved, the body is not free. That's what they said. Remember that. When the mind is enslaved, the body is never free. Martin Luther King said that. So once they capture their mind, then how those young folks are captured now, they are idolizing any other thing that he said to them, they can't hear it again. So we continue to tell our people, they don't give peace a chance. They don't give the government a chance. The government has shown the political will to prosecute people, to bring people to book, to call out people who are involved in corruption, who are involved in stealing. The government is calling out people. It's better that way than other government sitting in silence and incorporating everybody with all the news coming or say the person stole, the person do this, the person do that, and forget about it because 10% and his percentage were coming secretly on the ground. We know what happened, but we can't say oh. And that's the reason why President Brokaw said this is not time for blame shifting. This is not time for us to say who wrong or who right. This is time that we activate all of those institutions and give them the opportunity to function freely so that they can discharge that responsibility, so that they can function and whosoever that mean well for the country will stay, and those who want to continue stealing will boot them out. That's what the president said. If you ever say that you won't be stealing, we'll take you from there and we'll bring somebody else who can do the work. Say you your own, you have the genetic and lie that you just want to steal in your blood. You are inherently corrupt. This is the time now for us to face the country. And I'm happy now that the social media, the print in the electronic media, the investigative journalists, in fact, investigative journalism should be given a lead from. I'm talking about DNV and all the other
like there is sometimes.
Yeah. Now you get as soon as you go stand somewhere, somebody get a phone and put it outside. Oh, you see, police brutalizing peaceful journalists. When you see that the police,
it's funny you said that, right? I'm not gonna. It's funny you said that. They're showing their phone. The people are showing their phone to like recording you watching something else on the stream, right? But the narrative is different from what they're saying.
Something different.
So I'm like, dude,
that is the kind of people we have now. You have people on the other device who think that the more you lie to besmirch the good name of this government, the more engagement your post will get. People get after the little engagement and passing around, just recording all kind of lies. Anything happen, they'll record it, and then they have the opportunity to get few megabytes in their phone, they upload it. So we are saying that everything is not perfect in our country, but it is better to have a Joseph than a George. If you know what a George was used in America, do you know this? When they say George, you know what it means. Then you have a Joseph. You tell God, thank you that you have a Joseph or a George. So I'll leave this with you. If you come across the video, just do the 3 things we always ask you to do. We beg you
guys.
3 things. Make sure you like, comment, share this video to at least 5 groups or to 5 friends so that they can know. We always come on every day. Sometimes
Monday to Saturday. Let's say that.
Sometimes I always live for class.
Sometimes because Family King won't show up. So he says sometimes.
No, sometimes sometimes your boy too has some small thing to take care of. But in the end, it is better late than never. So we'll always
Yeah,
come.
well, that's why we're always late because we tell the
Yeah.
people 12 o'clock. We always get like 2 o'clock.
We'll do the adjustment. We'll do the adjustment by God's grace. Working
So
on it.
once the radio station, like I said, we take it.
Oh
like,
yeah.
one time.
Oh yeah. Once we settle
Then
the other
you
part
tell-
now.
You tell the radio station 12 o'clock to 2:30. You gotta be
Absolutely.
on there till
Yeah, once we settle that part, now we'll do the adjustment and we'll always come in.
right.
Yeah. So
And then
we
we'll
encourage
get
you-
more. We'll get more on the social issue from the beginning. We'll talk about social, and then it's a lot that we're gonna be doing. And we thank
we'll
you
spice
guys
it up a little
really.
bit.
Yeah, to spice it up a little bit. We can't always be talking about politics. I know
it's boring.
some of
sometimes.
us were not, creative for those stuff. Okay, Liberia, because of the messed up thing that go on in our country, they're not turning us into politician and to become here and be talking politics all the time. But that's not some that's not some other things. So we have to be talking about some social things at the beginning of the show, but we're trying to get that radio station thing settled because we want for our people in Liberia to hear this, right?
Yeah.
We want to be able to conscientize them to Joey has to sanitize them.
Yeah, sanitize our people.
So we want to sanitize our people. Let me stop. I'm sorry, Joshua. Okay, I mean, I just like I just sometimes I'm not laughing at you. I just like to say it.
Josh.
So yeah, so we try to sanitize our. I keep saying it too. But so we want people in Liberia to hear, and we want all of you to be a part. That's what we say, engage with the conversation. Don't just make it boring for us and just sitting here and you're not engaging with us and stuff like that. They have to hear it. The data thing is too much for them in the country. So the radio station will be more for a good something than to be on the internet. So
yeah, and you're free to someday join us.
Yeah.
Just join us and make a contribution. You can come in the comment section. You have any issue that you want to share, you have your story, because we want to create this thing so it can be more interactive, lively, spicy, and let it be multifunctional and multidimensional. It should not be just politics. Sometimes
Right.
we want to have storytelling. Some people have some appealing story, and you want
About our
the word.
nation.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you want the
it
word to
must-
hear your story. So
Right.
you can talk with us, you can let us know, and we can organize it and bring you on, and you can share your story with the world. Because
And
this
one
is-
thing we
this is the
know
essence.
from that about us, they always say Liberians don't support each other. And I know we gotta break that generational curse, right? We don't have to. I know you will not want us to be big names before you come in and be supporting us. Everybody know them in the country. Everybody know. No, make us your big name, right? That support the little things, the little people that don't have no big names. We mean well for our country. So let these things grow that people, the ordinary people will hear it. People who don't have no internal motive that want something. We are doing it because we love Liberia, not because we want to go get, I want to be the next justice minister, or I want to be the next healthcare management. No, that's not it. So these are the kind of things you're supposed to support because it's genuine, it's authentic. You can see through it. The other ones there with all the big needs and stuff, they're not all the big politicians that can pass by there and something and do this and do this. This is where you come. You don't have to be known before you show up here. No picking and choosing here. So let's make this, let's grow this, and that generational curse, let's get rid of it. We don't have to come here and be doing my calls before you be coming to us to watch us, and we're not gonna do that. That's not us. We expect you to to love something authentic and something real and something respectful. That we don't have to be. They're putting Monday, they're putting party. No, that's not. Y'all know that is not part of our culture. People have made it so common and encouraging to people because those are the kind of people you run to. You give them all the views. You give them all the a time of your day. You sit there and just watch them, to bash them. Let's make our community. Let's do something positive in our community instead. Liberian people on the internet doing this and doing that. We don't want to be a part of that. How about that? This is a positive space for everybody. Let's do that. Let's encourage positivity that other people will see it and want to do it. But if you're encouraging just the negative part of it, that's where everybody will want to go. And unfortunately, we're not taking that route. And we hope you will, love what we do here and continue to follow us and continue to support and continue to subscribe and continue to share. And, let's love Liberia. What is it? Love Liberia, think Liberia, love Liberia, and build Liberia. With that, I say thank you. I afraid you need to get out of that comment section. We appreciate you all. And God's willing, we'll see you tomorrow. God's willing, Family will see you tomorrow.
Yeah, hopefully I will be here. I will always be here. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you guys, and good night.
Good night.